hold the bellows to the treble and the bass side are along the front here, and to get them out you've got to be very careful with these. You might be able to pull them out with pliers, just a little wiggle, and once again remember where they've gone in. So we've got the ones at the front, we'll put them in a little row here and we'll pull them out here. Now they don't always come out easy, and if they're hard to come out, instead of damaging the top of it, put a bit of rag on your pliers and then you can pull, and if you slip you won't damage it. So far they're the same size, but once again these pins do come in different sizes, and you don't want to damage the celluloid on the accordion. The celluloid actually is very inflammable, and I've actually seen one go up in the footlights on stage because it was put down very close to a high power light, and it caught fire. And once these catch fire, these celluloid, they really go up. So you need to remember that. Let's have a look at the size of that. Same size again and same thickness. So far we're okay. And there's 3 on the back here. Just check you can see. Yeah, there's these 3 on the back here. So they're all the same size and thickness so far. And the 6th one, that's it. Right, so that's 6 pins. But if they're a different size, you must make a note of which holes they came out of, which is important, because if you try and put a bigger one in than came out, what will happen is you'll stress the wood out on the frame of the bellows, and then if you crack that, then you've got more problems. Now sometimes these will just lift off very easily, sometimes you may have to push down to get it to release, just like that. Bring it off carefully, and out she comes. The seal on these, now this must have been replaced at some time, because there's no way it would have lasted this long. The seal down here, don't try touching it or roughing it up with a screwdriver, just put it back on exactly the way it was. Now when we look inside this accordion, we'll start with the treble side here. Okay, let's put the bass out the way. The way you tune these reeds, the way you can tune your reeds, the easiest way for you to do it, take it to a professional accordion tuner, because it's a very specialised job. I've been playing accordion for 50 years, and I wouldn't dream of trying to tune an accordion. It's a specialist job. There's a couple of places in Birmingham where you can go. Just look it up on your internet. Right, so we looked at the pads which are lifted by these. The air pressure from the bellows, as you're squeezing the bellows, puts air pressure inside here. Now when you open the pads, the notes, when you press a note, a pad opens. So let's just take out, we'll take out one of these are called reed blocks, and all these here are your reeds. They're steel reeds with a leather on, which blocks the air going in one way and lets it in the other. Now these reed blocks come out, there's a screw here. I'll take out the easiest one, which will be this one here, I think. Just give it a little turn, a couple of turns, and it will drop down like that. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Here we are, look. So that just drops down and the block comes out. Just remember which way it went in. Put it down on its side. Don't put it down like that in case you've got a screw on the table and you damage the face on that. So there's the reeds, as you can see. Now you look at each reed carefully and there's no rust on them. There's a slight bit of rust there. No rust on them at all. And the leathers are not curled up. They're all nice and lying flat. It's a good sign, that is. You can look for cracked reeds, reeds which are cracked. You'll hear the cracked reeds. And when you're looking at these reeds, you'll see little scratches on the reeds, tiny little scratches. That's not an accident. That's the accordion tuner. That's how you tune them. And he knows exactly where to scratch a reed and where not to scratch it. Now here is where the reed block sits in the accordion. And as we've said before, that sits on there. And all these little holes here line up with the holes in the reed block. When we press a note on the accordion, the pads are lifted out. Let's see if I can show you this on here with the light properly. Oh darn, you can't see very well. Well, when we press a note on the keyboard, these pads here move away and allow air through to activate the reed. Now, with the couplers, I'm pressing the couplers now, you can see the sliders going backwards and forwards, and these are opening the airways to let the reeds through, depending on what sort of sound you're looking for. And that's about it. Well, maybe there's a bit more. The reeds, these reeds are held in with wax, and it's a special wax with the beeswax. And this accordion must have been overhauled, because it's really in perfect condition. It's in really nice condition, and there's no way an accordion of over 50 years old is going to be in such brilliant condition. So I think this has had a major overhaul in the recent 10 years or so, I would think. That's a wild guess. But usually the accordion tuners, they put their initials or a name of the company on there, and this has not got it on there, which is very strange. You'll see the reed blocks on here